What's good, guys? I hope you guys have been enjoying the videos lately, guys. Welcome to the last minute full card prediction video where we go over each and every single one of these fights, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. Obviously, you guys know we lost Canelo versus Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi, and we're going to talk about the weight misses as well, but we're going to go over the props that I like, the bets, and some of the confident, over, unders, money lines that we like for this card. We're going to go over specifically the person that I think is going to win the fight, and then we'll break it down. So here we go, without further ado. Full card last minute predictions. Let's go. Alright, so weight misses and cancellations. Cancellation, Canelo Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi. Weight misses, we got Maksum came in at 129 and Delgado came in at 147. So both of those guys missed weight. Maksum by more than Delgado. And we're talking about Azat Maksum against Mitch Raposo. And we'll see how it favors both of them or if it doesn't change anything at all. First fight of the night, minus 405 for Jaqueline Amorim versus Mizuki Inoue, plus 320. Jaqueline Amorim is here. She's finally here. She's ready to fight, guys. No gi and BJJ gi world champ. She does love to grab inside of the glove. She did it against Vanessa Demopoulos, but it's about what you can get away with. Amorim is 30 years old, trains at Coconut Creek, Florida, American top team. 10-1, 4-1 in the UFC, 4-0 in LFA, 7 subs in the first, 8 overall, 2 wins by KO, and 1 loss by decision. She has a 100% finish rate. She has a wide variety of subs, arm bar, knee bar, rear naked choke, arm triangle, knee bar. She has multiple wins with arm bar, seems to be her go-to sometimes, so I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to go for it here. Matched up against Mizuki, 15-6 overall, New York City, 31 years old, 64-inch reach. She's been in the UFC since 2019, Reebok era. She made her UFC debut against Yana Wu, lost to Amanda Lemos, and beat Hannah Goldie back in 2023. She lost to Verna Jandiroba by split in Invicta back in 2018, who we will talk about up the card as well. She lost to Alexa Grasso back in 2015, Karolina Korolejczyk. She's been training ever since she's been a kid. Volume on volume on volume. Give me Jaqueline Amorim for the dub, guys. What I like, let's go over the props. Amorim by sub plus 145. Amorim by sub first round, plus 380. Under 2.5, minus 130. Amorim by sub or points, minus 220. Fight doesn't go the distance, no, minus 168. Give me Jaqueline Amorim money line, minus 405. Give me Jaqueline by sub, plus 145. I'll go Jaqueline Amorim by sub first round, plus 380. Give me the under 2.5, minus 130. And Jaqueline Amorim by submission on points at a minus 220. Let's go, my girl. Let's go. Now, guys, there's an update with YouTube, so you guys are going to be able to see, where I am in the timestamp. Like, right here, you guys can see it now more. So, let's go. Let me change the display. Here we go. Azat Maksum, who missed weight versus Mitch Raposo. Azat minus 420. Mitch Raposo plus 330. Is a banger scrap. Bangers on bangers on bangers. UFC 321. Azat Maksum did really good his last time out against Tagir Lebekov. Maksum's only 2 losses are back-to-back. Charles Johnson and Tagir Lebekov. 5'7", pretty long reach for 125 at 70-inch reach. Only 30 years old. Azat can wrestle very well defensively and offensively. Sometimes he can get going and start flowing. Very composed. When you lose back-to-back, it can either make you or break you. Both of these guys are on 2-fight losing skids, but to different levels of opposition. Azat has never been finished. Matched up against Mitch Raposo, Massachusetts, 27 years old, trains out of New England Cartel, 64.5-inch reach. Mitch is 9-3 with losses to Jay Cadley, Andre Lima, and Sumadarji. He does need to polish his grappling, in my honest opinion. And that fight with Sumadarji showed me. It showed me that he needs his grappling to get a little bit better. He lost on The Ultimate Fighter. He's very young, still time to grow and improve. He eats one to give one. In this case, guys, I'm going to go Azat. I think Azat should be able to get the job done. Let's go with the props. Azat by decision, plus 110. Azat by submission on points, minus 180. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, minus 150. Over 2.5, minus 182. Give me Azat Maksum, money line, minus 420. It is increasing after he missed weight, surprisingly. I'm going to go with Azat by decision, plus 110. Azat by submission on points, minus 180. And this fight goes the distance, yes, at a minus 150. Let's go, my guy. Azat for the dub. Let's go. 801, 801, 801. Chris Barnett versus Hamdy. My bad, guys. It's the morning. You guys know me. In the morning, my nose is runny. Plus 360 for Chris Barnett. Hamdy Abdelwahab minus 460. Chris Barnett is a freak of nature. 23-9 overall. 39 years old. The way this guy can throw a spinning wheel kick is insane. He can do front flips. Has flexibility like no other. Heavyweight, and he loves to dance. I actually like it when he dances after his victory because it makes us all happy. He has deceptive power, 18 wins by KO, no wins by sub, 5 wins by decision, 2 and 3 in the UFC, good low kicks, decent fight IQ with the way he can set up his strikes, but he is 5'9" at heavyweight. Surprisingly, he has the longer reach. Sometimes he isn't locked in. He hasn't fought in over a year. Matched up against Hamdy, the Eggman, Olympic wrestler who tested positive before, based out of New York, but he's Egyptian. 6'2", 73-inch reach, 4-1 overall. I am going to go Hamdy, guys, but, guys, I messed up last time. So I said that Mo Usman is no longer on the roster. Mo Usman is on the roster. I just fell for some bait on Twitter. Some guy trolled me, and I thought that it was actually true that Mo Usman was removed from UFC. But, guys, I think Hamdy should be able to win this fight, but he doesn't wrestle when needed. If he were to wrestle more consistently, he'd be so much more better. And at a minus 400, I don't know about this one. I say skip it, but I'm going to give you guys my best props. Hamdy by KO plus 360. Excuse me. Throw that out the window. Hamdy by KO plus 130. Hamdy by points plus 210. Hamdy by KO on points minus 280. This fight doesn't go the distance. No, at a minus 190. So, give me Hamdy moneyline minus 460. Give me this fight doesn't go the distance. No, minus 190. Hamdy by KO on points minus 280. And Hamdy by KO plus 130. And if you have it, I like the over 1.5, but I recommend not bet this fight. Maybe take this fight to not go the distance, but even then, we're playing with fire. Let's go Hamdy for the dub. Let's go. It's allergy season, boys. Jose Delgado minus 158. Nathaniel Wood plus 128. Very interesting matchup here. Jose Delgado missed weight, but he's made waves, guys, ever since he's been in the UFC. 10-1 for Jose, 27 years old, 5'11", 73-inch reach, 27 years old. Jose is 2-0 in the UFC, with wins over Conor Matthews and Hyder Amil. And that Hyder Amil win was very good because we know Hyder Amil has a chin made out of granite. He's a boxer, great movement, great low kicks, has a lot of success in the chaos, but he needs to polish his takedown defense. But he can wrestle very well offensively. He has nuclear power, very good accuracy when he lands. When he lands on that button, lights out. He's a very good addition to 145, 100% finish rate, matched up against Nathaniel Wood. Now, Wood is a tricky fighter, a true technician. He dropped Morgan Charrier bad 6 months ago, managed to win by decision. 21-6, 32 years old, trains out of Great Britain, top team. 9-3 in the UFC. Only losses in the UFC are to John Dodson, Casey Kenny, and most recently, back in 2023, he lost against Muhammad Naimov. But Naimov was cheating a lot in that fight. I feel like Nathaniel Wood should have won that fight, but it's alright. Most recently, he's now on a 2-fight win streak, beating Daniel Pineda and Morgan Charrier. Good low kicks, great in and out movement, grappling and wrestling in his back pocket, beautiful control, volume on volume on volume, mixed with great takedown defense, and he can wrestle himself as well. I've been on the fence with this one, guys. I like Jose Delgado. I really do, and I will be rooting for him if he wins this fight. But I'm going to go with Nathaniel Wood, guys. Delgado by KO plus 210. Delgado by points plus 430. Wood by points plus 260. Wood by KO on points plus 160. Over 2.5 minus 106. Fight doesn't go the distance. No, minus 156. So, give me Nathaniel Wood. Moneyline plus 128. This is tricky, guys. I'm going to go with the over 2.5 minus 106. Give me this fight doesn't go the distance. Minus 156. Wood by KO on points plus 160. And give me Wood by points plus 260. If you like Delgado, you can just take his money line, take him by KO. This guy is a finisher, guys, and he put out Hyder Amil, who was known to have a granite chin, guys. I'm playing with fire with this one, but I'm going to go with Nathaniel Wood. Let's go. 10:57. Now, this is a banger. I like how he came out with the foot. Let's go. Valter Walker versus Louie Sutherland. Minus 400 for Valter Walker. Louie Sutherland plus 300. Bangers. Louie Sutherland was supposed to fight Justin Tafa, but that fight fell through because the Tafa brothers have been pulling out. And I believe, unfortunately, Justin Tafa is cut from the UFC. So now we are here. We talked about Louie. Louie will be making his UFC debut. 10-3 overall, 76-inch reach, 6'3", 31 years old. All 3 of his losses come by way of decision. Sutherland is also a wrestler. Heavy hands, looks to find success. And I don't recommend going for a heel hook on Sutherland. I don't know. You could do whatever you want. We have free will, but he was getting tagged up against Kennedy, and you don't want to be on the bottom of a heavyweight because one shot and you're out. Heavy hands, looking to find success in the chaos. Sutherland looked weird before his fight with Tafa. He looked more jacked in his Tapology picture than now, and we know that now he's, I don't know, not on the gear. He actually looked more softer and physique-wise, and we can see it here. Looks to get the job done inside the distance. He doesn't even want to give one. But now we're going to talk about Valter Walker, guys. Matchup against Valter Walker is the better of the 2 Valter Walker brothers. 14-1 overall, 3-1 in the UFC. Made his debut against Rębecki, but was out of shape and needed that loss in order to become the man that he is today. Since losing his UFC debut, he beat Junior Tafa, Dontel Mason, Kennedy Jekichu, all by heel hook. He's breaking records, but you know Louie Sutherland knows that he's going to go for that heel hook. He flicked it. Bro, there's a lot of silly face-offs today. Ikram, Aliskerov, Jung Park, this one right here. This is a bunch of crazy stuff going on. Well, I am going to go Walker, guys. Walker by sub, plus 125. Walker by submission on points, minus 190. Fight doesn't go the distance. No, minus 290. Over 1.5, minus 142. Under 1.5, plus 112. Give me Valter Walker moneyline, minus 400. Just in case. I'm going to go with the over 1.5, minus 142. Give me this fight doesn't go the distance, minus 290. Walker by submission on points, minus 190. And Walker by sub, plus 125. Let's go, my guy Walker, for the dub. Let's go. 12-10, 12-10. All right. Ľudovít Klein versus Mateusz Rębecki. Mateusz Rębecki, plus 114. Ľudovít Klein, minus 140. Very quick turnaround for Rębecki. He's a dog. 2 months ago and 2 weeks ago, he last fought. Rębecki is an animal, tough as nails, keeps coming forward. He can grapple but struggled his last time out to get the ball rolling because Duncan was huge. Throwing sub attempts as well made Rębecki respect Duncan a little bit more on the ground. 20 wins for Rębecki, 3 losses overall. 5'7", 33 years old, and has been in wars as of late. 3-2 out of his last 5, losing to Diego Ferreira, Chris Duncan most recently. 9 wins by KO, 7 wins by sub, 4 wins by decision. Rębecki can sometimes be tagged up and cut up, but he has great cardio, can eat one to give one. Matched up against Ľudovít Klein, guys. Ľudovít Klein, I think this is going to be a great fight, guys. He's a very good boxer, guys. Klein is tough. He had a tough time out his last time out against Gamrot. 4 months ago, he was controlled. 23-5-1, 30 years old. 5'7", 7-3 in the UFC, with wins over Mason Jones, Ignacio Bahamondes, AJ Cunningham, Thiago Moises, and Roosevelt Roberts. Klein can wrestle himself as well. Just Gamrot was on another level. Klein is a technician, and you're going to have to keep that cardio on point and keep that takedown defense on point. You cannot give up some takedowns to Rębecki, because if Rębecki gets the ball rolling and he starts flowing, he's definitely going to take this one. You got to be on point, Klein. I'm going to go with Klein. Klein by points, plus 210. Klein by KO, plus 310. Klein by KO on points, minus 125. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, minus 110. Over 2.5, minus 138. Give me Klein moneyline. We don't got to get too crazy. Minus 140. I'll go with the over 2.5, minus 138. Klein by KO on points, minus 125. And Klein by points, plus 210. Excuse me, guys. Let's go. 13-28. 13-28. Let's go. Now, this guy was making him laugh. Iron Turtle. He has aura. He was making Ikram laugh. My bad, guys. All right. Ikram Aliskerov, minus 235. Jung Park, plus 186. This is a banger scrap, guys. I'm always hyped to see Ikram fight. Ikram has a base of wrestling, but has crisp striking. He's fun to watch. 16-2 overall. Only 2 losses are to Hamzat and Robert Whittaker. Former middleweight champion and current middleweight champion, guys. I don't think he gets any better than that. He got KO'd in both of those fights, though. Got caught with a brutal uppercut in both matches. He can be susceptible to that uppercut. 7 KOs, 5 wins by sub, and 3 wins by decision. He's a finisher who can wrestle. Great shot selection, great fight IQ. He has excellent control, great striking, deceptive power, defensively sound overall. But the way he put out Maniz was a sight to watch. A true striker's delight. Matched up against Jung Park. Jung Park, the Iron Turtle, has aura. 19-6 overall, 9-3 in the UFC. His only losses in the UFC are Anthony Hernandez, Gregory Rodriguez, and Andre Muniz. But he is 4-1 out of his last 5. Looking to extend his win streak to 3. He beat Brad Tavares, Ismail Nuradiev. Very good grappling. He can wrestle, maintain control, and he's tough as nails because he took an illegal knee against Ismail Nuradiev, and he fought through that. Ikram by KO plus 260. Ikram by decision plus 210. Ikram by KO on points minus 145. Fight doesn't go the distance. No, minus 148. Over 2.5 minus 108. Under 2.5 minus 118. Give me Ikram moneyline minus 235. Lock of the week. I want to go Ikram by KO plus 260. Ikram by decision plus 210. Ikram by KO on points minus 145. And fight doesn't go the distance. No, at a minus 148. But guys, Jung Park's a grappler, guys. He can have a lot of success, guys, if he can get the ball rolling. 1443, 1443. Now, this is a banger, guys. Quillan Salkid versus Nasrat Haqparast. Nasrat minus 110. Quillan minus 110. A banger scrap. I didn't have no idea this fight was happening until recently. Nasrat 18-5 overall, 10-4 in the UFC. Looking to extend his win streak to 6. Nasrat has lost a decision to Marcin Held, got KO'd by Drew Dober back in 2020, lost to Dan Hooker and Bobby Green back-to-back, and then he went on a tear, beating John Makdessi, Landon Quinones, Jimmy Malarkey, and Jared Gordon, and most recently he beat Esteban Ribovics in close fights, where Esteban kind of hurt him at the end of the round 3, but it was a little bit too late. Volume on volume on volume, that's more than 6 significant strikes per minute, great takedown defense, always tries to start flowing, but against Ribovics, he went to war. And that's what I like about Nasrat. You know, he can bite down on his mouthpiece, he can bank some rounds, and he can go to war as well. Each one's a give one, but he's also hit with a lot of strikes as well. He's going to be matched up against Quillan Salkid, guys. 9-1 overall, 25 years young. 2-0 in the UFC with wins over Ansho Jubli and Yanel Ashmouche. Very good athlete. He did get into a little bit of trouble in that third round against Yanel. But we haven't seen Nasrat on his back in a long time. If Quillan, guys, at the beginning, why I wanted to go Quillan was because with the grappling, if he can get Nasrat on his back, you know, Quillan is mainly a grappler. He started primarily as a grappler, but he has beautiful striking, deceptive power. Sometimes you can open up your opponent in the striking when you can set up that grappling, get Nasrat on his back, make him feel uncomfortable, get the ball rolling. But unfortunately, guys, I got to pick flip to Nasrat just because I'm going to pick flip, guys. My gut's telling me, guys. Oh, I just had to correct my back right there, but my gut's telling me, guys. My gut's telling me go Nasrat. Nasrat by points plus 200. Salkid by points plus 220. Nasrat by KO plus 400. Nasrat by KO on points minus 115. Fight goes the distance, yes, minus 168. Over 2.5 minus 205. Give me Nasrat moneyline minus 110. We don't have to get too fancy. Over 2.5 minus 205. Fight goes the distance, yes, minus 168. And Nasrat by points, plus 200. Let's go, my guy, Nasrat, for the dub. 16-10. Now, guys, this is a crazy, crazy height difference, guys. Whoa. Alexander Rakic, minus 108. Osman Mirzakhanov, minus 112. Whoa. Whoa. Alexander Rakic is 14-5 overall, looking to get back in the win column after a 3-fight losing skid. He's very good, very well-rounded, but has been having some tough luck as of recent. Jan Blachowicz, he lost. Yuri Prochazka, he lost. And Magomed Ankalaev, he lost. All former champions of light heavyweight. Most recently, 33 years old, 6'4". Rakic has good low kicks, good ability to pressure forward, but if you get in his face, he can start breaking under the pressure, but you gotta bring everything in order to break this guy. Rakic is tough as nails. He can get tagged up, but he's a technician. Rakic is excellent. Excuse me. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to burp. Rakic has a good 1-2 head kick like Robert Whittaker. A true technician, great footwork, prefers to point fight. If he gets into a brawl, he can be on the wrong side of it usually. He lost to the best, matched up against Osman Mirzakhanov, a 36-year-old Russian who has a lot of hype on him as of recent. 5'10". But is he 5'10"? I don't know if he's 5'10". Maybe Rakic. I mean, Rakic is huge. And has a 6.5 reach disadvantage. Osman, the professional, is 15-0, 11 wins by KO, 1 win by sub, and 3 wins by decision. Osman has deceptive power, super dangerous, looks to implement damage. A knockdown in every single one of his UFC fights. But he didn't finish one. Dustin Jacoby. The only fight that he didn't finish in the UFC. Rakic is a true technician. If he starts flowing, he can pick him apart and definitely take this over and bank in rounds and end up winning a decision. Or even finish him inside the distance. I'm not going to lie. I like Rakic. I think Rakic... I might put Rakic in a parlay, but I am going to go Osman Mirzakhanov. Let's go over the props. Fight doesn't go the distance. No, minus 144. Rocky by decision, plus 230. Aspinall by KO, plus 195. Over 2.5, minus 110. Under 2.5, minus 116. Aspinall by KO on points, minus 110. Rocky by KO on points, plus 105. Alright, this is going to get dicey, but we don't have to get too fancy, guys. Aspinall Mirzakhanov, low confidence, minus 112. If you like Rocky taken by decision, plus 230, or take his money line. Give me Aspinall by KO, plus 195. Over 2.5, minus 110. And Aspinall by KO on points, minus 110. Let's go, my guy. Let's go. 1739. 1738. 8. Alright. Alexander Volkov versus Jailton Almeida, plus 164 for Volkov. Almeida minus 205. Another great fight. Now, guys, the UFC said they will do Volkov a favor after that robbery loss to Gane. But we'll see, guys. Alexander Volkov, 38-11 overall. 12-5 in the UFC. Fought the who's who. A company man, but at 37 years old. 80-inch reach, excuse me. Huge. 6'7". People are saying that he's 6'9", guys. I don't know. He can be a bit slow, not athletic, but he's a technical technician. And he can wrestle as well. Not as much of a specialist, but he's willing to scrap it out every single time. Tough as nails. Matched up against a relentless grappler. Grappling on grappling on grappling. Sometimes too much grappling where he gasses out. Jailton Almeida. Almeida's 34 years old. 22-3 overall. 8-1 in the UFC. His only loss in the UFC is to Curtis Blades. Because he didn't let go of the shot. He just stayed there, but he did get tired, to be fair. Jailton Almeida shoots and shoots and shoots. He has finished all of his opponents except for one, the GOAT, Derek Lewis. The thing about Almeida, he has great control. But he's the type of guy to go for submission over position and fumble the third round if it's 1-1 heading into the third round. I hope he's gotten a lot better, though. Almeida by sub, plus 160. Almeida by decision, plus 500. Volkov by decision, plus 650. Guys, it's not out of the realm of the possibility. In an alternate universe, guys, it's Volkov versus Aspinall 2 for the undisputed title, guys. In an alternate universe. Almeida by submission on points, minus 120. Excuse me, guys. Oh, I'm a little tired. Almeida by KO or sub, minus 125. Over 1.5, minus 122. Under 1.5, minus 104. Give me Almeida moneyline, minus 205. I'll go with the over 1.5, minus 122. Almeida by submission on points, minus 120. Almeida by KO or sub, minus 125. And give me Almeida by sub, plus 160. Let's go, Almeida. Show us what you got. Let's go. 1852. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Batista. Umar minus 650. Mario plus 440. This is a very important fight for bantamweight. I really like the matchmaking here. Number 2 ranked Umar Nurmagomedov versus number 8 Mario Batista. These are words from Bilal. Bilal says Umar has been working through hell under Coach Khabib, especially after taking his first loss. Khabib has been putting these guys through a war zone, Islam as well. Khabib knows what is needed to get back in the win column. Merab is already defending his belt at UFC 323 against Peter Yan for the 4th time this year. Umar, very good striker, at times can grapple as well, very good control. Umar's 29 years old, 18-1, only losses to Merab, 2 wins by KO, 7 wins by sub, and 9 wins by decision. He is 6-1 in the UFC, 2-0 in PFL. Umar said himself, many of the fans have high expectations for him because of his last name. But at the same time, that could be beneficial, considering he got a title shot before Mario Batista, who, I mean, obviously, you know, with time and relevance, it makes sense, but Umar got a title shot off of 6 wins in the UFC. But obviously, everything is different. Umar has great shot selection as well. He tends to go in all out with his grappling. Once he starts flowing, very good kicks, question mark kick, body kick, front kick. The thing about Umar is he loves to be very kick heavy. He can mix it up. Matched up against Mario Batista, guys. Hang on, I lost myself. Mario Batista, guys, is a very well athletic athlete. I accidentally lost myself in the notes. Very well athletic athlete. He's on a tear right now, guys. He's 10-2 in the UFC. Only 2 losses are to Corey Sandhagen and Trevin Jones. He's now on an 8-fight win streak. Wide variety of submissions, and such as armbar, tight rear naked choke, a nice ghillie, and Dars. Notable wins for Mario Aldo, Patchy Mix, Damon Blackshear, Brian Kelleher. He's light on his toes, has activity, always moving, always putting pressure. 5'9", 69-inch reach, 32 years old. He does get tagged up sometimes, but he rolls with the punches very well. Doesn't ever seem to be out of place, and he has excellent fight IQ, guys. And I think that's very important for Mario Batista. He could just make things work. I don't know how, he just makes things work. Umar by KO plus 650. Umar by decision minus 150. Umar by submission on points minus 330. Fight goes the distance, yes, minus 235. Over 2.5, minus 280. Umar by KO on points minus 240. Give me Umar moneyline minus 650. Just in case. Umar by decision minus 150. Umar by submission on points minus 330. Fight goes the distance minus 235. And the over 2.5 at a minus 280. Let's go, my guy, Umar, for the dub. Let's go. 23.49, 23.49, 23.49. Giyat. That's why I love the UFC, baby. Let's go. Giyat. Alright, so plus 126 for Verna. Mackenzie Dern minus 154. Former strawweight champion has moved up to challenge Valentina Shevchenko at 125. This is a banger scrap, guys. You guys know Weili vacated the belt. I love this fight. I can't wait for Weili versus Shevchenko. The last time these two ladies fought was all the way back in 2020 at UFC 256. Figgy versus Moreno won in the Apex. They were able to hear the corners so much. It was loud. It was competitive for all 3 rounds. Since then, Verna's on a 5-fight win streak, beating Angela Hill, Marina Rodriguez, Lupita Godinez, Amanda Lemos, and most recently, she beat Yan Shannan. I was surprised to see Verna as the underdog, but it makes more sense when you take a closer look. Verna's 37 years old. It's now or never for her. Verna has great grappling, decent striking. Because she doesn't move her head, though, she does get tagged up consistently. She's a specialist when it comes to the takedown, control, position over submission. She took down Yan Xiaonan 3 times and had 10 minutes of control. 14 subs overall, 1 win by KO, 7 wins by decision. 8-3 in the UFC. A wide variety of subs, armbar, arm triangle, rear naked choke, and a sneaky triangle choke as well. She has a win over Jaqueline Amorim. Her opponent, not Jaqueline Amorim, she has a win over Jaqueline Amorim's opponent. I believe Mizuki Inoue. She won the belt in Invicta FC 28 against her. Her grappling needs to get going. Matched up against Mackenzie Dern. Giyat. Dern is a true sight of beauty. 15-5 overall. Only 32 years old. 10-5 in the UFC. Coming off of a 2-fight win streak, beating Lupita Godinez and Amanda Ribas. And if you guys don't know, she avenged that loss against Amanda Ribas. So it's 1-1 with Amanda Ribas. Looking to... She does have a lot of rematches, surprisingly. Lupita Godinez and beating Amanda Ribas by armbar with 4 seconds left into round 3. Mackenzie Dern has lost to the Who's Who. Amanda Ribas their first fight. Marina Rodriguez in a 5-rounder. Yan Shannan. Jessica Andrade by KO and Amanda Lemos. Dern needs to get better with the shot selection because her takedown defense is... her takedown offense is not that very well. This being the rematch is very important as well. Ribas won the first fight in the rematch. Dern wins the second. Dern won the first fight with Verna. I'm going to assume that Verna wins the second fight. You see what I'm doing here? Verna is so much better than she was 5 years ago. Dern can def lock up a sub after getting controlled like Anderson Silva against Chael Sonnen. But I'm going to go with the girl who's better fight IQ and the one that goes for position over submission. But the constant sub attempt threading is what can make Verna respect her too much. Verna by 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47 unanimous decision. Should be a good jiu-jitsu match. Fight ends by sub plus 130. Verna by sub plus 480. Verna by decision plus 270. Dern by sub plus 260. Dern by points plus 260. Verna by submission on points plus 130. Verna by KO on points plus 230. Over 4.5 minus 128. Under 4.5 plus 100. Verna to get 1 takedown minus 220. Dern to get 1 takedown plus 110. Alright, guys. So, in this case, guys, give me Verna moneyline plus 126. We don't have to get too fancy. I'm going to go with fight ends by sub plus 130. Over 4.5 minus 128. Verna by submission on points plus 130. Verna by decision plus 270. And I'm going to go Verna to get 1 takedown minus 220. Let's go, my girl. Let's go. 30-04, 30-04, 30-04. Ciryl Gane versus Tom Aspinall, guys. Now, this is a banger. A banger scrap, guys. Tommy Aspinall. Tommy Aspinall. Minus 400 for Tom Aspinall. Ciryl Gane plus 300. Tom Aspinall is making his first undisputed title defense. But as he said, defending your interim belt should count as a defense. So in reality, depending on how you guys see it, I see it, guys, as I didn't notice, guys. I had the display. I didn't notice until now. I had the display. I mean, I guess it's a little bit better. I had the display like with this thing. I guess it's a little bit better. We'll see. I'll move it right now. Tommy Aspinall. But what I was gonna say was it should count as a second title defense, but technically is his undisputed first title defense. Excuse me. Tom Aspinall, a finisher with a 100% finish rate, 8-1 in the UFC. And that one loss was a knee injury against Curtis Blaydes, which was later avenged. 11 KOs in the first round, 4 wins by sub, BJJ black belt, with a wide variety of subs such as straight arm lock, rear naked choke, and heel hook. A nice arm triangle. He got in the amateur bouts as well. His only 3 losses are Stuart Austin, got him in a heel hook. Lucas Probeck, he threw a 12-6 elbow and he got DQ'd. And Curtis Blaydes' knee injury. Notable performances for Tom Aspinall: Curtis Blaydes, Sergey Spivak, Marcin Tybura, Volkov, and Pavlovich. Tom is quick, great head movement, 100% takedown accuracy. Matched up against Ciryl Gane. If you really look at it, I want to make the argument that Ciryl Gane doesn't deserve the title shot. It's his 4th title fight. Give me 1 second, guys. It's his 4th title fight, guys. It's his 4th title fight, guys. Francis, Derek Lewis, Francis, John Jones, and now Tom Aspinall. That Francis fight was almost 4 years ago, and it's still in his last 5 fights. Shows you how inactive Gane has been. Gane is a true technician, great in and out style, and the counter has only been finished once, has a beautiful heel hook. Tom Aspinall has lost by heel hook prior, but that was years ago. Tom has a good oblique kick, power, good positive striking differential, but Gane has great footwork as well, but is sometimes a little bit of, I don't know, the decision making. Against Francis Ngannou, he fumbled that 5th round because he's going for a heel hook. Why? Get up instead of trying to go for a submission. When he goes and gets tough, you can sometimes see it on Ciryl Gane's face that he doesn't want to be there. And I feel like he lost that fight against Volkov. Gane is good, but the inactivity plus stylistically, this should be Tom's time. Gane's 4th title fight, counting Derek Lewis, Francis, John Jones, and now Aspinall. Tom only has 16 minutes in the UFC in 9 UFC fights. This should be fun. Let's see if he can get the job done quicker than Jones. I'm going to go Tom Aspinall. Tom by KO plus 100. Tom by sub plus 270. Tom by KO or sub minus 290. Over 1.5 minus 108. Under 1.5 minus 116. 1 knockdown in the fight minus 270. Tom to land 1 knockdown minus 175. Aspinall to get 1 knockdown. Aspinall to get 1 takedown minus 180. Tom by KO on points. Tom by KO rounds 1, 2, or 3 plus 115. Tom Aspinall by sub rounds 1, 2, or 3 plus 310. Guys, I'm going to go Aspinall by submission. I'm going to go round 2. I'm going to go Tom Aspinall moneyline minus 400. Give me Tom by KO plus 100. Tom by sub plus 270. Tom by KO or sub minus 290. Over 1.5, we're playing with fire minus 108. I'm going to go Tom to land 1 knockdown minus 175. Aspinall to get 1 takedown minus 180. Tom by KO rounds 1, 2, or 3 light sprinkle plus 115. And Aspinall by sub rounds 1, 2, or 3 plus 310. Let's go, my guy Aspinall. Tommy Aspinall. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Let me know if you guys like this video. And I want to say, guys, I'm sorry, guys. My nose gets super runny in the morning. Like, super runny. And you guys know it's 12:37. I know it's not the morning. It's kind of the afternoon. But right now is when my nose is at a terrible state. So thank you for bearing with me throughout the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, guys. God bless. The best is blessed. Make sure you keep your loved ones close and your enemies closer, however it goes. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Just keep your loved ones close. Forget about the enemies. Let's have a good time. Enjoy your weekend. God bless. The best is blessed. And thank you guys for helping me hit 2,600 subs. 400 away from 3K. Let's go, baby. I'm coming for that 3K pace. Hey, let's go. Before you know it, it's Halloween, baby. Hey.